Scratch, brass key rests beside my water glass. I keep my posture straight the way I always do. You sit across from me, not asking for a show, just letting gentle quiet fill the afternoon. For years I trained myself to answer far too fast, saying I was great before the question cleared the air. But watching your thumb trace the edge of your napkin, my polished armor feels too ridiculous to wear. I usually filter every dark thought from my throat. I usually swallow down the tears before they show. But this room with you does not demand a single lie. And for the first time, I am tired of trying to hide. Maybe I do not have to hold this wall alone. Maybe it is fine if my voice shakes when I speak. You do not pull away when the cracks begin to show. You just give me room, quiet and deep. I am unlearning how to be invincible, learning how to soft land right where I stand. I tell you about a winter that I locked inside my chest, a story I convinced myself was far too dark to share. I wait for you to flinch or change the conversation, but you just lean closer, listening right there. My old defense systems are reaching their limit now. I do not need a perfect smile to prove that I am safe. I usually filter every dark thought from my throat. I usually swallow down the tears before they show. But this room with you does not demand a single lie. And for the first time, I am tired of trying to hide. Maybe I do not have to hold this wall alone. Maybe it is fine if my voice shakes when I speak. You do not pull away when the cracks begin to show. You just give me room, quiet and deep. I am unlearning how to be invincible, learning how to soft land right where I stand. Oh, it feels dangerous to drop the guard I built for 10 whole years. I kept my fragile pieces wrapped in shiny silver threads, but you look at my honesty like it belongs in the daylight, and suddenly the truth feels less like a confession and more like taking a breath instead. Maybe I do not have to hold this wall alone. Maybe it is fine if my voice shakes when I speak. You do not pull away when the cracks begin to show. You just give me room, quiet and deep. I am unlearning how to be invincible, learning how to soft land right where I stand. The key is still sitting on the wooden board between us. I whisper that today was heavy and the room stays still. Bit by bit, I let you see the real thing, safe enough to drop the script for real. A squeaking bike chain echoes up from the alleyway, bouncing off the break while you pour 2 cups of tea. You laughed off your week like it was nothing at all, fixing your collar, staring straight past me. I see the way your shoulders stay locked up, high practicing smiles. You think you owe the room. You don't have to play the anchor for everyone else tonight. You don't have to tell me every little thing is fine. Unclench your jaw, put down the heavy shield. I know you're tired of keeping every crack concealed. You don't need a polished story when you sit with me. Just let your breath slow down and let yourself be. You can stop pretending that it doesn't hurt. A siren wails 3 blocks over, then fades into space. You sigh through your nose and finally catch my eye. The rehearsed composure slips right off your face, leaving room for the truth you usually hide. Your hands stop twitching on the rim of the mug. You don't have to play the anchor for everyone else tonight. You don't have to tell me every little thing is fine. Unclench your jaw, put down the heavy shield. I know you're tired of keeping every crack concealed. You don't need a polished story when you sit with me. Just let your breath slow down and let yourself be. You can stop pretending that it doesn't hurt. Oh, yeah. We can sit in the dark while the city moves on outside. No score to keep, no need, little speech to prepare. If a tear spills over, let it wash away the pride. I am not going anywhere. Tires hiss over the rain slick street below. You drop your head leaning in real low. That is it, my friend. Just let it show. We are good right here. Yeah. Eucalyptus steam drifts thick across the room. She hangs a denim jacket up against the wall, checking every text with a practiced composure, telling everybody she is handling it all. He sets a warm cup down without asking a thing, reading all the tension that she tries not to show. Her guarded answers used to shut down the night. She built a fortress out of nodding okay, but sitting on his sofa under low amber light, the tight knot in her throat begins to give away. She doesn't have to fix the picture anymore. She doesn't have to say that everything is golden. He leaves the silence open, sitting on the floor. And for the first time in years, she lets her shoulders drop down, unraveling slow, leaving the light by the door. Cold mint tea and the hum of the fridge. He doesn't press for details, just stays in her space. Her fingers stop tapping on her darkened screen. She drops the defensive look off her face. A quiet confession slips right off her tongue, a tiny admission that she's tired inside. Her guarded answers used to shut down the night. She built a fortress torch aside and nodding okay. But sitting on his sofa under low amber light, the tight knot in her throat begins to give away. She doesn't have to fix the picture anymore. She doesn't have to say that everything is gold, and he leaves the silence open, sitting on the floor. And for the first time in years, she lets her shoulders drop down, unraveling slow, leaving the light by the door. Years of holding breath to seem indestructible taught her how to laugh through the heaviest day. Now in a room where her weakness is acceptable, she finds out honesty's not a mistake. Eucalyptus steam fading softly in the dark. No rehearsed answers left to recite. She leans into his side, breathing long and slow. Finally real, finally light. A single intrusive thought fractures the room's total quiet as the projector casts off blue grids across the floor. I sit with my back straight, keeping my answers polished like I always do when someone steps inside my door. My knees are tucked close, my laughter rehearsed, and even checking my pulse against the rhythm of the wall. Then you hand me a glass without asking what went wrong. You kick off your shoes and lean back against the frame. No demands for a story, no light to put me on, just the hum of the fridge and you speaking my real name. Watch my shoulders drop 2 inches in the dark. Watch the tight script slip right through my fingers now. I spent years building walls that look like art, just to let them crumble down without a sound. In the low lamplight, I stop pretending I am fine. And for the very first time, the honesty is mine. The city outside hums through 3 layers of glass. I usually keep the shades pulled down to hide the mess. You notice the slight tremor when I hand back the plate, and you just tilt your head completely unimpressed. No pity in your eyes, no sudden move to fix me, just space on this sofa wide enough for both our weight. Then you hand me a glass without asking what went wrong. You kick off your shoes and lean back against the frame. No demands for a story, no light to put me on, just the hum of the fridge and you speaking my real name. Watch my shoulders drop 2 inches in the dark. Watch the tight script slip right through my fingers now. I spent years building walls that look like art, just to let them crumble down without a sound. In the low lamplight, I stop pretending I am fine. And for the very first time, the honesty is mine. Our reflections in the dark television glass show a person I forgot I used to know. I do not have to smile to keep you in this room. I do not have to put on any kind of show. I can say I am tired, I can say I am afraid, is letting the cold air out. No performance left to sell, just two people sitting quietly, safe in the truth we do not have to tell. Where do all the rehearsed smiles go when the elevator stops? I keep my chin level, counting floor numbers backward in my head. Standard automatic reply, doing great, just busy with work, like a script running in the background of a phone screen. Your shoulder touches mine by the kitchen counter, neutral and warm. My breath catches somewhere between my neck and my ribs, waiting for the usual pop quiz on my mental state. But you just passed me a glass of room temperature water. No interrogation, no quiet pity in your eyes, just empty innocence floating through the hallway speakers. I feel the tight knot behind my shoulder blades start to loosen. Maybe I do not have to win this round of pretending. When you ask without expecting anything, the armor turns to linen on my back. I was gonna tell you I was completely okay, but the lie tastes stale, so I take it back, slowly dropping the polished tone, learning how to let the quiet grow. When you ask without expecting anything, I finally let my real voice show. Midnight blue lighting from the smart blinds on the wall, thoughts spinning like loose tabs opening a browser window. Usually I edit every sentence twice before I speak it out loud, fearing somebody might trace the hairline, fracture in my confidence. You just sit on the rug, leaning back against the sofa edge, not even checking if I'm looking at you or looking away. I had a heavy week, slips past my lips before I can filter it. The room does not collapse, the ceiling stays right where it is. No unsolicited advice, no pressure to fix the noise, just ambience floating through the hallway speakers. I feel the tight knot behind my shoulder blades start to loosen. I do not have to win this round of pretending. When you ask without expecting anything, the armor turns to linen on my back. I was gonna tell you I was completely okay, but the lie tastes stale, so I take it back, slowly dropping the polished tone, learning how to let the quiet grow. When you ask without expecting anything, I finally let my real voice show. Is it strange that safety feels like losing control? I spent years building this bulletproof symmetry, checking my pulse to make sure I look composed in public. Now my fingers are shaking on my knee, and instead of hiding them under my sleeve, I let you see them. I say I am exhausted, and the world keeps spinning. Where do all the rehearsed smiles go? Guess they just evaporate into the air. No more rehearsed scripts tonight, just me admitting I am tired, just you holding space, linen armor, real voice. Heavy oak beneath my spine accepts my full weight now. I sit inside this dining chair without bracing for a fall. Someone else is making tea across the quiet room, and for the first time in 10 years I do not feel small. You used to sit on the very edge, ready to sprint away, holding every muscle tight through every passing day. If this letter could travel back through the cold air, I would send it to the apartment where you sat alone. I would tell you that the armor you built out of iron is not the only shape of home. Dear younger self, you do not have to smile through the pain anymore. There is a space where your quietest truth can walk through the door. Somebody listens without asking you to fix what broke. Somebody loves the words you thought were too soft when you spoke. You spent years rehearsing how to say you were doing fine. Now we just rest inside a gentler kind of time. Remember how you hid your shaking hands behind your back, measuring every answer so you never showed a crack. Tonight he asked me how my day was, and I let my eyes leak. No apology attached, no panic when I felt weak. He just pulled his chair a little closer to my side and gave me room to stop the long effort to hide. If this letter could travel back through the cold air, I would send it to the apartment where you sat alone. I would tell you that the armor you built out of iron is not the only shape of home. Dear younger self, you do not have to smile through the pain anymore. There is a space where your quietest truth can walk through the door. Somebody listens without asking you to fix what broke. Somebody loves the words you thought were too soft when you spoke. You spent years rehearsing how to say you were doing fine. Now we just rest inside a gentler kind of time. I know you thought vulnerability was a trapdoor floor, that keeping your guard up was the only safety guarantee. But sitting here anchored in this chair beside a warm lamp, I am undoing every lock you forged inside of me. You were brave for surviving, but we are finally arriving. So put down the heavy shield, let the stubborn scars be healed. I am okay now, we are okay now. Ooh. The chair holds us both down, and we do not have to run. Yeah. You said yesterday my laugh sounds like a shield, just a practice tone to keep the room from getting real. I denied it then and wiped the counter twice, folded up the napkin till the corners look precise. Now I watch you pour 2 mugs of sweetened tea, noticing the tiny habits I keep tucked in me. You saw the way I check my phone every 4 minutes flat, how I apologize for sitting where you sat. I usually hold my spine as rigid as a wall, but sitting on your floor is making all those guardrails fall. I list the little things you see kitchen chair. You notice that I never leave my keys upon the hook, like I am ready for an exit at a single look. You notice that I drink my water only halfway through, saving half for later, like I always used to do. Yesterday you said my voice drops lower when I pretend. Today I let the silence hang and let my shoulders bend. You saw the way I check my phone every 4 minutes flat, how I apologize for sitting where you sat. I usually hold my spine as rigid as a wall, but sitting on your floor is making all those guardrails fall. I list the little things you see, the restless feet, the quiet side of stiffening. I do not have to claim that I am perfectly okay. You let me drop a little armor every single day. No rehearsed answers floating in the air, just small observations sitting on your kitchen chair. It takes 30 tiny moments to untie a knot. You trace the times I tense up at a heavy thought. You do not demand the whole story, you just pass the play, leaving space for honesty before it gets too late. My shoulders drop 2 inches when you step into the hall. I never knew that being honest could feel this calm and small. You said yesterday my laugh sounds like a shield. Today it's just a sound, nothing left to yield. Unused apologies staying in my throat, finally warm enough without my heavy coat. Starched cuffs used to dig into my wrist every time I squeezed my hands to hide the shake. I remember 3 years back, a cold Tuesday night, sitting in a rooftop lounge in something far too tight. Someone asked me how I was, I answered with a grin, checking every box to make sure nobody got in. I kept a stiff collar high to hold my breath inside, living in a body where I always had to hide. Flashback to 30 months of curated poise, drowning out my panic with polished background noise. Now you hand me this oversized threadbare fleece and quietly tell me I don't have to earn my peace. Slowly unbuttoning the version of me I used to keep, sitting on your hardwood while the whole city sleeps. I don't say I'm fine, I just say I'm worn out. No rehearsed defense, no performance left to doubt. The rough wool of yesterday softens into gray. I'm letting my real voice leak out today. I remember standing in the bright office hallway grid, biting on my tongue until the shaky feeling hit, telling my reflection the weakness wasn't allowed, wearing sharp tailored seams just to blend into the crowd. Flashback to my kitchen counter at 2 in the morning light, rewriting the simple text so I sound completely right. Now your oversized sleeve sweeps right across my thumb, and the cold rigid instinct is finally going numb. Flashback to 30 months of curated poise, drowning out my panic with polished background noise. Now you hand me this oversized threadbare fleece, quietly tell me I don't have to earn my slowly unbuttoning the version of me I used to keep, sitting on your hardwood while the whole city sleeps. I don't say I'm fine, I just say I'm worn out. No rehearsed defense, no performance left to doubt. The rough wool of yesterday softens into gray. I'm letting my real voice leak out today. It is strange how a memory loses its sharp edge when someone doesn't push you back against the ledge. I spent years in synthetic armor, heavy and tough. Now I pull the soft cotton close, and it feels like enough. I admit that I felt terrified an hour ago, and for the first time in forever, I just let it show. Slowly unbuttoning the version of me I used to keep sitting on your hardwood while the whole city sleeps. I don't say I'm fine, I just say I'm worn out. No rehearsed defense, no performance left to doubt. The rough wool of yesterday softens into gray. I'm letting my real voice leak out today. One fleece around my knuckles, the stiff latch finally buckles. I am not okay yet, but I am honest with you, and that is brand new, unstitched and true. A bent paper clip sits beside my tea. I keep twisting the wire so my hands stay busy. You ask how my week was with no rush to answer. I usually give people the polite answer to rehearse sentences, then I change the line. Automated response that I am doing fine. But your quiet eyes do not look away. They just wait for the words I actually wanna say. My shoulders usually hang someone in my ears, guarding all the tiny panic built up over years. But you passed me a napkin without making a scene, and I feel my breath dropping deep in between. I do not have to curate every word tonight. I do not have to balance every wrong and right. I can't let a silence sit without feeling weak, slowly giving up the composure that I keep. You do not need the polished version on display. Bit by bit, I am letting the armor rust away. I caught myself saying I was scared out loud, not trying to impress you or manage a crowd. Usually I cover every crack with a joke, fearing if I've been too far the whole thing broke. You just nod and pull your sweater over your wrist. No unsolicited advice on what I missed, just room in the booth for a real human voice, where staying honest feels like a natural choice. My shoulders usually hang somewhere near my ears, guarding all the tiny panic built up over years. But you passed me a napkin without making a scene, and I feel my breath dropping deep in between. I do not have to curate every word tonight. I do not have to balance every wrong and right. I can't let a silence sit without feeling weak, slowly giving up the composure that I keep. You do not need the polished version on display. Bit by bit, I am letting the armor rust away. I spent 10 years making sure I looked whole, editing the narrative to keep full control. Now the metal wire breaks between my thumb and nail, and I do not even mind if my filter fails. You hold space like it is nothing rare, and suddenly I am breathing real air. The wire is straight now, unspooled on the wood. I told you the truth and you understood. No performance required. I am tired of hiding. just sitting beside you. Delivery scooter hums below the balcony, rattling low against the midnight air. You don't even fix your sleeves this evening. I check the mirror like you're heading somewhere. For 3 whole years you answer never better. Before your heels could even touch the rug, now you just lean back against the counter and set down your lukewarm mug. I watched you practice every single entrance, rehearse the laugh you thought you had to bring. But tonight you let your shoulders drop down, and you haven't tried to fix a single thing. You left your phone face up on the table, didn't swipe away the mess or hide the screen. I know how hard you work to keep it quiet, to keep your edges polished, smooth and clean. You don't have to carry the performance here. I like the real voice underneath the light. Ooh, you left your phone face up on the table and stayed a little while tonight. The radiator clicks inside the hallway as streetcars squeal around the lower bend. You told me how the deadline crushed your spirit without telling me it's fine. In the end, no bow tie, tied around the story. No joke to save yourself from feeling small. You just let the heavy sentence hang there, and didn't try to soften it at all. I watched you practice every single entrance, rehearse the laugh you the table. Just staying for a while. Down cedar and burnt sugar fill the drafty entryway. She sets down a bag with a practiced elegant grace. For years she kept every small fraction carefully hidden, wearing a composure that nobody could erase. Then someone poured tea without demanding an explanation, and sat on the floor with no agenda in mind. Her rigid posture took a decade to build. She used to treat comfort with immediate doubt, but watching him chop fresh ginger in silence, she feels the old knot in her chest loosening out. She does not have to say that she is doing fine tonight. She leaves the iron armor sitting by the door. For the first time in years, she lets the stillness remain and whispers what hurts on the apartment floor. No polished script needed here anymore. He does not press hard when her sentence breaks halfway. He just passes a cup and softens the low glow. She spent her whole youth pretending to be unbreakable, managing every single crisis on her own. Now winter air drifts through the cracked kitchen window, and she admits that she was terrified alone. It began with small shifts like dropping her posture, not watching the clock when the room fell still. Safety was never a fortress. She needed to build just a space where the truth did not carry a bill. Her breathing slows down to match the room rhythm, undoing the tightness inch by slow inch. She does not have to say that she is doing fine tonight. She leaves the iron armor sitting by the door. For the first time in years, she lets the stillness remain and whispers what hurts on the apartment floor. No polished script needed here anymore. Ooh, yeah. Damn cedar in the draft. Her voice is soft now. She says I was weary and nobody asked her to fix it. She finally rests. Yeah. Yeah. Midnight silence splits wide open when an old anxious thought strikes out of nowhere. I freeze on your linen couch with breath held tight, waiting for my familiar mask to assemble itself. Yeah, you touch a mug in the dim amber glow of the lamp, noticing the sudden tension locking up my shoulders. For years I kept every answer polite and polished, a rehearsed screen showing perfect stability to the room. But the air smells like roasted tea and evening rain, and your quiet gaze asks for nothing fake. Watch the composure bleed out in cinematic slow motion, layer by layer under this ambient glow. I do not have to keep the anchor lifted anymore. I do not have to smile out loud. Camera zooms in on my hands, finally unclasping. Knuckles turning from pale porcelain back to warm skin. I admit the office pressure is crushing me alive. I admit I have not slept 3 solid hours all week. The sub bass from your speaker hums low through the floorboards, absorbing every fragile truth I finally set free. No judgment printed on your quiet smile. No quick fixes offered to smooth the jagged edges down. Just cool night went through the balcony screen and room enough for who I actually am. Watch the composure bleed out in cinematic slow motion, layer by layer under this ambient glow. I do not have to keep the anchor lifted anymore. I do not have to smile just to save the scene. You pass the heavy throw blanket without saying a word, and for once I let my voice shake out loud. The shadow on the wall stops standing tall and rigid. Something down beside your shadow in real time. No dramatic score playing, no audience left to impress. Just 2 silhouettes against the city glass. Learning that honesty is not a structural collapse. It is simply letting the heavy door swing open. Low ambient light on the sofa edge. I whisper that I am exhausted and the room stays soft. No armor resting on my chest tonight. Just steady breathing in a quiet frame. Why does the silence feel like a test I never prepared for? Your mismatched socks are resting on the edge of the rug. I was gonna tell you my week was smooth as polished glass, but my fingers are trembling just a little around this lukewarm mug. Usually I have 3 backup jokes ready whenever people ask, calculating the exact distance to keep everyone at arm's length. Now my mind is running completely blank because you aren't leaving, and the room just smells like chamomile and warm wool. My shoulders are somewhere near my ears again. I didn't even notice how tight I was holding my jaw. You just passed me a cushion without asking for a performance. Piece by piece, the script I memorized is falling away. I don't have to curate my answers tonight. I can just say the day was heavy and let the words land between us. No clever punchline to hide the ache, no fake smile to move things along. It feels surreal to speak without checking the exits first. Just admitting that I'm tired and watching you stay right here. I spent 5 years learning how to laugh right on cue, never letting anyone see the messy kitchen behind the curtain. When you ask how I sleep, I catch myself before the auto replay kicks in. I don't say I'm great, I say I haven't slept 4 hours since Tuesday. The truth comes out clumsy and unpolished, heavy on my tongue, and you don't offer a fix. You just pull the blanket higher over my knees. My shoulders drop half an inch down. I didn't know it was safe to drop them at all. You just pour more hot water and sit in the quiet with me. The posture I built to survive is starting to dissolve. My answers from pharmacy runs, unread notifications on silent. All the noise inside my head is finally turning into static. Is this what normal feels like when you don't have to defend yourself? Just sitting in the low glow of your desk lamp, admitting that the water level rose above my collarbone, and finding out I don't have to pretend to swim. No polished edges, no clever lines, just my real voice sounding small in the dark, and you're sitting close enough to hear it, breathing in slowly, breathing out. The solid walnut chair beneath me absorbs every ounce I gave up holding. I am writing this back to the version of us who always sat so rigid, clutching the mug with both hands so no one would see them shake. You spent years perfecting that calm, practiced answer whenever they asked. Your neck was tight, your breast stayed high in your chest, and you thought survival meant never letting the shadows show. But someone walked in last autumn without an agenda or a test. They didn't ask for your polished stories or your clean presentation. They just sat on the floor beside us and let the silence settle down. To the girl who swore she was fine every single night, you can't stop holding your breath across the distance. We found a room where the truth doesn't make us weak. We're saying I am hurting sounds like a quiet prayer. You do not have to protect everyone anymore. We finally let the weight rest in the wood. Remember how you rehearsed your laughter before walking into a room? You thought if you paused, the ceiling would collapse on your shoulders. Yesterday, when they asked how my week had really been, I didn't smile or dodge the question with the clever line. I said I was tired, and they just nodded and poured more tea. No panic in the room, no sudden impulse to apologize. They didn't pull away when the armor started coming off in pieces. They didn't demand a speech or expect a quick recovery. They just stayed present while the high walls began to crumble. To the girl who swore she was fine every single night, you can stop holding your breath across the distance. We found a room where the truth doesn't make us weak. We're saying I am hurting sounds like a quiet prayer. You do not have to protect everyone anymore. We finally let the weight rest in the wood. I know you were terrified that honesty would leave you stranded. You built a fortress out of quick answers and steady eyes. If I could reach through the years and touch your stiffened hands, I would tell you that tenderness isn't a trap waiting to spring. It is okay to be small. It is okay to let someone see the cracked glaze. So set your shoulders down in that old memory. You kept us alive until we found this safety. I am taking over now. You can rest. You can rest. fades from the neon sign outside, staining the counter in shades of bruised plum. You slide 2 stools down and order green tea, asking me how long my shift has to run. I start my usual script, the practiced smooth line, telling you work is great, everything is cool, but you just nod slowly and hand me a napkin, saying you do not have to lie on a stool. Nobody asks me without wanting a prize. Nobody looks me this straight in the eyes. You are just a stranger with nowhere to be, and somehow that sets my tight shoulders free. So I tell you I am tired, I tell you I am scared. I drop the routine that I carefully prepared. We are just 2 nameless faces under violent light, learning that honesty does not have to fight. I say I have been pretending for almost a year, and for the first time it feels okay to be here. You tell me about your old job in Chicago, how you burnt out till your hands would not move. I lean on my elbows, forget to look composed, finding the tempo we do not have to prove. It gets exhausting, you say with a small laugh, wearing a suit made of polished veneer. I take off my jacket, unbutton the collar, whispering truths that I used to hold dear. No, nobody asks me without wanting a prize. Nobody looks me this straight in the eyes. You are just a stranger with nowhere to be, and somehow that sets my tight shoulders free. So I tell you I am tired, I tell you I am scared. I drop the routine that I carefully prepared. We are just 2 nameless faces under violet light, learning that honesty does not have to fight. I say I have been pretending for almost a year, and for the first time it feels okay to be here. You do not give advice, you do not try to fix me, you just pass the picture and let the words breathe. No heavy expectations tying down my tone. I am sitting with a stranger, but I do not feel alone. I admit I cry in my car on Friday nights, and you just smile softly in the dim purple light. So I tell you I am tired, I tell you I am scared. I drop the routine that I carefully prepared. We are just 2 nameless faces under violet light, learning that honesty does not have to fight. I say I have been pretending for almost a year, and for the first time it feels okay to be here. The timer buzzes, your train is at 3. You pay for the tea and you turn back to me. Take care of yourself, you say at the door. I am not pretending fine anymore. Ooh, ooh, violet light fades into gray. I let my real breath out today. Yesterday you mentioned I speak quieter when I am actually relaxed. I used to keep my vocal pitch polite and sharp to stay intact. Notice how I didn't wipe the counter 3 times after brewing tea. Notice how I left my heavy coat sitting on the sofa next to me. Small details piling up in the corner of your warm room. Unused armors fade the silence breathe. I never used to trust what lay underneath. Look at how I say I'm tired without apologizing first. Look at how I reach for water when I feel a genuine thirst. I spent 5 whole years pretending everything was light as air. Now I'm sitting here with messy thoughts and unbrushed hair. Every tiny observation says I do not have to fight. I am becoming real right in front of your eyes tonight. Item number 4, I sent a message without reading it back twice. Item number 5, I admitted that I hated that cold salted ice. Usually I would smile and say whatever you prefer is fine by me. Now I complain about the traffic and the dampness on the street. You caught me sighing out loud instead of holding it inside my chest. You did not flinch, you just pulled the blanket up and told me to rest. I haven't rehearsed my answers once tonight. My words used to be smooth, polished and light. Now I just pause and let the silence breathe. I never used to trust what lay underneath. Look at how I say I'm tired without apologizing first. Look at how I reach for water when I feel a genuine thirst. I spent 5 whole years pretending everything was light as air. Here with messy thoughts and unbrushed hair. Every tiny observation says I do not have to fight. I am becoming real right in front of your eyes tonight. The armor was light at first, then it grew into a heavy shell. I thought if I was always pleasant, nobody could ever tell. But you collect these little shifts like pebbles in your hand. The way I uncurl my fingers, the way I finally stand without holding my breath to keep the edges neat. Surrendering my rigid posture feels strangely sweet. Observation number 7, I'm staying past 10 p.m. Observation number 8, I do not plan my escape again. You said yesterday my voice drops low when I feel safe. I think I am staying right here in this space. Rough synthetic wool pressed tight against my neck back in 2028. I used to wear stiffness like an armor plate just to keep the cracks in place. Every seam pulled tight, every button pinned to hide how much I shook. If someone asked if I was doing fine, I gave the practice look. Now your wash cotton sweater slips across my hands so light and slow. The contrast hits me hard enough to make the old scene start to show. I remember sitting on that cold train bench, choking on my pride, telling everybody I was good while I was burning up inside. I held my breath until my ribs were sore, terrified to bend. I thought showing weakness meant the world was bound to end. Now you sit beside me on a velvet couch and ask me how I feel. And for the first time in my life, I don't pretend it isn't real. Flashback to the years I spent pretending I was made of stone. Now the thread is unraveling and I don't feel so alone. I can tell you that I'm tired, I can let the tears just fall. until there's no defense at all. I recall that stiff black blazer at the party late one night, smiling till my jaws were aching under harsh fluorescent light. Nobody saw the panic tucked inside my tailored breast pocket. I locked my heart inside a box and swallowed down the locket. Then you brought me home tonight, tossed your softest hoodie on my knee. The gentle touch of brushed cotton brings that ghost back straight to me. I remember sitting in my dark room, swallowed by the strain, wrapping myself in starched clothes just to trivialize the pain. I held my breath until my ribs were sore, terrified to bend. I thought showing weakness meant the world was bound to end. Now you sit beside me on a velvet couch and ask me how I feel, and for the first time in my life I don't pretend it isn't real. Flashback to the years I spent pretending I was made of stone. Now the thread is unraveling and I don't feel so alone. I can tell you that I'm tired, I can let the tears just fall, loosening the weave until there's no defense at all. The memory of starching seems fade out as your hand touches mine. I used to think that being safe meant staying perfectly in line, but softness isn't surrender and honesty isn't a crime. I'm laying down the heavy coat I carried all this time. Fleece on my skin, quiet room at night. No more sharp corners, no more holding tight. I am finally okay with saying I'm not okay, watching the old armor slowly wash away. .347 blinks and sighing on the ceiling projection. I close my eyes and trace a vision of our next direction. For years I perfected the art of looking fully composed in neat porcelain front where nothing raw got exposed. But in the coming year I see us on a quiet couch late at night, my defense mechanism dissolving in the dim room light. Right now I still catch myself rehearsing every word I say, fearing if I stumble you might turn and walk away. But every time you ask me twice, with patience in your eyes, I glimpse a future where I don't need any clever disguise. We will reach a place where fine is not my default response, stripping off the polished shield I carry for months. I won't check my posture or erase the cracks inside my voice, knowing that to drop my guard is finally a safe choice. Step by step, the heavy walls will crumble into open space, and I will say I'm breaking down right inside your embrace. 4:12 p.m. on a future rainy afternoon in May, smart glass windows dim to black, the midday gray. I used to think that being honest meant I'd lose control, holding every heavy secret deep inside my soul. In that imagined hour I just hand my hands to you, unfiltered, unedited, completely transparent and true. Right now I still catch myself rehearsing every word I say, fearing if I stumble you might turn and walk away. But every time you ask me twice, with patience in your eyes, I glimpse a future where I don't need any clever disguise. We will reach a place where fine is not my default response, stripping off the polished 48 ticking slowly on the beam, one step closer to that honest future dream. No armor left to wear, just truth between us in the quiet air.